Japan feels almost unreal when you first see it online. Neon streets glowing all night, silent bullet trains moving perfectly on time, ancient temples hidden between modern skyscrapers, vending machines on quiet side streets, and food that somehow looks fake because it's too perfect. It's one of those countries people dream about for years. But what many travelers don't realize is this: Japan is also a country where small mistakes can quietly change your entire experience. Not in dramatic ways, but in the kind of ways that slowly turn a dream trip into an exhausting one. A rushed itinerary, the wrong season, overpacking, staying only in Tokyo, or simply not understanding how Japan actually works. And most tourists don't realize these mistakes until they're already in the middle of the trip. So before you book your flights or finalize your itinerary, here are the Japan travel mistakes that ruin trips, and how to avoid them completely. One of the biggest mistakes tourists make in Japan: trying to do too much in too little time. Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Nara, Hiroshima, Hakone, Sapporo. People try to see all of Japan in one visit, and end up spending half the trip exhausted on trains. Japan may look small on the map, but traveling between cities takes more time and energy than people expect. And after a few days, the trip starts feeling rushed instead of exciting. You see more, but enjoy less. For a first-time visit to Japan, Tokyo, Kyoto, and Mount Fuji are more than enough to create an unforgettable trip. Spend real time in each. Take a day trip only if it feels easy. Leave space to wander side streets. Eat without watching the clock. Rest when you need it. Keeping your itinerary slower and more balanced usually creates a much better experience. Trust me, Japan is best enjoyed slowly. Number 2. Underestimating your transit budget. Everyone talks about cheap street food, but no one prepares you for the $100 train ticket. The Shinkansen is where your budget goes to die. It's easy to forget that moving between cities is often your biggest expense after flights. And the biggest trap? The National JR Pass. Most people still think it's a must-buy, but since the recent 70% price spike, the math has completely changed. For most itineraries, the National Pass is actually a raw deal. Before you commit, you have to calculate your specific route. Sometimes a regional pass is the secret weapon to saving hundreds. Other times, just buying point-to-point tickets is the way to go. Use a transit calculator before you buy, and don't pay for convenience you aren't actually using. Number 3. Staying stuck in the Tokyo bubble. Look, Tokyo is easily one of the coolest cities on Earth, and you could spend a month there and never run out of things to do. But treating Tokyo like it's the only part of Japan is a massive missed opportunity. The real magic of Japan is how fast the scenery transforms. Just a short bullet train ride away, you leave the neon skyscrapers behind and step into an entirely different world. You have Kyoto, which feels beautifully frozen in time, with its historic wooden streets and bamboo forests. You have Hakone, where you can soak in natural hot springs with views of Mount Fuji, or Nara, where wild deer literally roam free through ancient temple grounds. Every single region of Japan has its own distinct personality, local food, and vibe. If you spend your entire vacation navigating Tokyo malls and crowded train stations, you're missing out on the soul of the country. Dedicate a few days to Tokyo, absolutely. But make sure you get out and explore beyond the capital. Number 4. Assuming everyone speaks English. Look, you absolutely do not need to be fluent to travel here, but showing up without knowing a single word is a massive misstep. Once you step outside the major tourist hubs, English signs and speakers become surprisingly rare. Learning just 3 simple words can completely change your experience. Sumimasen for excuse me, arigato for thank you, and kori for this one, when pointing at a menu. It makes your daily interactions so much smoother. And honestly, Japanese locals genuinely appreciate the respect and effort. Number 5. The luggage nightmare. Look, Japan is a massive walking country. Most tourists easily clock 20,000 steps a day, so if you bring uncomfortable shoes, your trip is basically over before it starts. But the bigger trap? Overpacking. Dragging giant heavy suitcases through crowded train stations, narrow streets, and endless flights of subway stairs is pure misery. Plus, bullet trains have very limited space for massive bags. Do yourself a massive favor. Pack light, wear your best sneakers, and leave room for souvenirs. Your future self will thank you. Number 6. Walking blindly into peak season. Look, cherry blossom season looks like a peaceful fairy tale online, and it is gorgeous. But nobody shows you the wall-to-wall crowds. During peak times, hotel prices skyrocket, popular temples turn into bottlenecks, and lines for major attractions can take hours. The exact same thing happens during autumn foliage, New Year, and Japan's local Golden Week holiday. If you're planning a trip during these windows, you cannot wing it. Book your flights, your hotels, and your major entry tickets months in advance, or prepare to get priced out. Number 7. Skipping the convenience stores. Look, if you hear convenience store and think of stale gas station food, you are in for a massive shock. In Japan, 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart are absolute culinary paradises. A lot of tourists waste a fortune dining at sit-down restaurants for every single meal. Meanwhile, the locals know you can grab incredibly fresh sushi, gourmet desserts, premium coffee, and legendary hot snacks at a konbini for just a few bucks. They are fast, cheap, and genuinely delicious. Don't be afraid to make them a staple of your food budget. Number 8. Hunting for a trash can. It surprises almost everyone. Japan is easily one of the cleanest countries on earth, but here's the irony. You will almost never find a public garbage bin on the streets. A lot of tourists buy a quick snack, finish it, and then get stuck carrying their empty wrappers and plastic bottles for hours. The secret? Do what the locals do and pack a small plastic bag in your day pack. You use it to store your own garbage until you get back to your hotel or spot a recycling bin next to a vending machine. Trust me, it's a tiny detail that saves you a massive headache. Number 9. Ignoring the unwritten rules. Japan is incredibly polite, and they expect the same from visitors. A lot of tourists accidentally cross the line just because they don't know the local customs. Things like taking phone calls on a quiet train, eating while walking down a busy street, or walking right down the middle of shrine pathways will make you stand out in the worst way possible. Japan deeply values quietness, cleanliness, and harmony in shared spaces. Taking 2 minutes to learn the local manners doesn't just show respect, it guarantees you'll have a much warmer, better experience. Number 10. Wearing the wrong socks. In Japan, you have to take your shoes off a lot more often than you think. This isn't just for traditional homes. You'll need to slide them off at historic temples, traditional restaurants, fitting rooms, and even some boutique hotels. 2 big blunders happen here. Travelers wear complicated shoes that take 5 minutes to unlace, slowing down everyone behind them, or they expose old socks with embarrassing holes in them. Opt for easy slip-on sneakers and make sure your sock game is pristine before you leave the hotel. Japan is truly one of the most unforgettable countries on earth, and avoiding these 10 mistakes will completely change your experience. If Japan is on your bucket list, start planning early. Because trust me, once you visit, you're instantly going to want to come back. Drop a like if this helped you out, hit subscribe for more travel hacks, and I'll see you in the next guide.